Over the course of this tutorial series, I've passed on what I know about speedrunning this game on a 2B competitive level. From the basics to high-level play, both in Speed and Trix, you now know how to play this game as well as I do. But wait! Something's not quite right. Throughout the series, you've probably picked up on something else. I've occasionally made statements like, there are also a select few Moseley cookies that instantly apply this increased speed, but the reason why is currently not understood. There is a second type of stumbling and potentially a second type of stumble storage, but their causes and effects are currently unknown. There have been no documented instances of rail stumbling obviously leading to any mishap later in the run, and other similar phrases. From this, you'd assume there's a sizable community working on improving speedrunning and providing technical assistance, right? Unfortunately, the reality is much more grim. When I've made these statements, I was saying them as if there was a large, thriving community, but the truth is that the community is quite small, and I've been the only one going deep in speedrunning, testing glitches and new strats. This is the ultimate end goal of this series. Not just to teach others what I know, but to hopefully grow interest. Other people have done speedruns, in fact early strats were created by other people, but they all did a few runs and left. Insetic did the first speedruns and showed me the basics, and Sam on keyboard did some really impressive competition runs. With a keyboard. Pretty impressive stuff. Unfortunately that was many months ago, and it's been me ever since. I fear that I may optimize the runs too much, and the learning curve will become too steep. Well, this is the final part of the series, and it's to explain what needs to happen for the community to grow. These things may be obvious to most, but I'm not good at making videos on abstract topics with only non-existent things to discuss, so I'm trying my best. I also probably wouldn't have been able to predict the course any of the long-standing communities I'm currently in would take, so my predictions of what could happen, if they happen, will probably be quite incorrect, but I can dream, okay? The first thing is a way to exist as a collective. We have this part pretty much figured out already, as we have a Discord server and a speedrun.com page, me and Insetic as moderators. The next thing we'd need is discoverability. While mine and Insetic's videos are the first to appear when searching for this game on Google or YouTube, people probably won't ever be intentionally searching for it, so we'd need some way to spread awareness of who we are and what we do. I figured a small content creator who focuses on niche things would be a good start, or even someone bigger who covers the same things. Off the top of my head, Astressist, Flippy, and Oddheader seem like good candidates, as they have medium to large-sized communities that would spread the word and at least take a look. Obviously we can't provide any monetary incentive for joining in on the fun, so nothing like Critical and a mock runner. In the intro to the first part, I regret not saying Portal Runner instead of mock runner, as that would have gotten the point across better, but I digress. It wouldn't be a good idea to get someone too popular to cover the game. Imagine if PewDiePie covered it. His coverage of Skate 3 was so popular that EA started printing physical copies again. Surely that would be good for this game, right? Well, not really, as a community would form, but one much larger than the current one, leaving us, the OG community, in the dust, which is what I'm trying to avoid. Next is the people themselves. What makes a community, a community? On the simplest of terms, this can be broken up into multiple talents. First, since it's a speedrunning community, talented speedrunners willing to learn and stay on the grind without giving up. I imagine this wouldn't be too hard given the popularity of speedrunning, and with this game's broken physics, it would probably be a dream for some. Next are the glitch hunters, or the glitchilantes. A good example of this is Snuggles, a Sly Cooper speedrunner and master glitch hunter who actually found enough new San Francisco strats back in the early NTSC days, enough to push the course below the 3-minute mark. People like him, ones that are good at breaking games open with nothing but 2 hands and a game controller, individuals that have games hand them glitches on a silver platter, these people would be perfect for our community. Let's not forget about another important role in any growing community, event organizers. I'd love it if our community had the Mad Trix equivalent of Sly Golds, and with the game's broken scoring system which has immense potential, this game is ripe for competition. And as a side note, this was one of the very first ideas proposed, and the only idea I've not seen happen yet.
Whoa, let's maybe try and get together and establish like a competitive scene or something, because this is kind of things I've discovered playing the game more. It's these lines that give you like, 5 multipliers in one trick chain and give you hundreds of thousands of points.
Get like that.
Nobody.
No.
I dare you to try.
You idiot.
I actually
Nobody
do dare
can.
you to try. Once again, like this is what I'm getting at with wanting to see other people try their hand at getting the biggest scores.
Yeah,
and such.
I would. If I would absolutely love to
red
see
crystal.
people get involved, get some emulators going, and like set some high scores.
Yeah, set some high scores.
I want to see some high scores. Maybe we could do some kind of prize or something.
However, the competitors can't do it on their own. Spreadsheet extraordinaires, sorting savants, master sorters, call them what you like, they would be right at home. Modders, technical wizards who enjoy breaking open and analyzing code and game files, would be a critical part of the community. We currently have one, Modico80, however every game modder focuses on many games at a time, meaning we'd need several to make real progress on any one technical part of the game. The Skier X unlock condition, for example. Skier X is a bonus character you get from 100% completing the game, or at least that's what 3D intended. We do know he is intended to be unlockable though, as he does have a hash for the unlock message, and an event was programmed into the game that plays every bonus movie in a row upon his unlock, something that doesn't happen at any other point in the game. However, reverse engineering work on this is nearly non-existent, and for one major reason. All programming related to things like trick scores, character unlock requirements, and other core functions, are all stored inside the game's executable and are heavily obfuscated. No way that's a one-person job, especially not a one multitasking person job. The help would be appreciated by all. The memers. These people will come naturally. As if a community has created its own memes, it's grown quite a bit. While no one can ever predict the memes of a still new community, it would be pretty funny if
18-year-old virgin
would become one. Finally, the managers. People in charge who can run the community. I'll be completely honest, I'm in bad health, and that's what gave me the kick in the pants to start making these videos, as I feared and still fear that I may not be able to speedrun this game forever, leaving no one to speedrun it. I refuse to let this game die with me, it deserves better. If I ever have to step down, I hope there's people to continue carrying the torch down the slopes of San Francisco in my stead. Some of you might still be wondering, why should I care? What incentive is there for me to join the community? To those people, look at any long-standing community you're currently in, and remember that it too began with very few people at one point, them asking the same questions. So, are you in?